All right. So I joined the Daughters of Charity straight from high school. So from there, I went through the formation session, and after the formation session, I was missioned. So my initial services during these years were mostly domestic, maybe in the kitchen, and that before I got trained to be a teacher. And I work in Ghana on a mission, as you say. I'm a missionary in Ghana.
Okay.
But I'm from Nigeria.
After my high school, I went to one of our state universities to do a course in information science. And then after that, I joined the Daughters straight away.
Tell us a little about the people that you serve.
Now here in Nairobi, we have a ministry that deals with the care of HIV patients. That is where I've been working for the last 6 years. And what we do, when it was started in 2008, there was no other HIV clinic, and the government hospitals were not giving good quality services. So that is why the Daughters started that clinic, and since then they have been giving HIV medication, and following those who can't take medications because of lack of food, basic needs like food. Others are supported with rent because the catchment area, some of them come from very poor slum area at the outskirts of Nairobi. And many of them who get tired of taking medication, they have to be kind of supported with counseling, home visits. Those who are sick and cannot take them to hospitals, then the sisters take care of that.
Okay. Presently, or for about 15 to 16 years now, I've been working with the rural people in terms of education, encouraging them to bring their children to school. So I do that on community level and also do it within the schools. So I supervise the schools that are the public schools meant for the poor to improve quality. So most of the children who are in our schools cannot afford a meal at home. So some of the schools, we try to provide them one meal at school, one hot meal when they come to school, and also make sure that their educational materials are provided for them so that they can be in school and study. And then the area also, we have the parents or the families who are mostly polygamous. Like you have a home, a man may have about 4 or 5 wives, and they beget children for these women without taking care of them most of the time. So what we do also, what I do also from the school is to the parents, mostly the mothers, to empower them in a way that they can take care of their children because they are the ones mostly with the children. And then part of my work is to train the teachers to be effective or to be efficient in using the limited resources we have, teaching and learning materials we have to teach the children. So I work with teachers, parents, and students.
And I love the fact that you work to empower them to do better. And that's even one of our words with our mission.
Oh.
Empowered.
Empowered. Recently, I've introduced for the parents and the teachers and our students also the program of safeguarding, that is child protection, so that because that has been one of the biggest challenges we have in our place from home to school, that the children are abused physically, psychologically, emotionally, and sexually. So I work with the teachers to train them to protect the children when they arrive in school.
So Rhoda, is your job stressful for you?
Yes and no. It is it's not stressful because we follow the protocols. We kind of have something to follow, but it's not all the clients who follow the instructions of medication. They come with many social issues, and we've put them in support groups that fit their unique needs. So because we want to focus on their unique needs and to protect the young from getting HIV, and we have the pediatrics whose mothers still did not know that they had HIV, and by unfortunately they transmitted the disease, the virus to them. And so for them, the issues are of disclosure and to know that their medication is for life. And with this COVID now, it was a bit scary because we were struggling to see how to open the clinic and to meet all the people in their support groups, because they encourage each other, and even counseling we do in groups. But now we are being told like nobody, we are separating physically with the COVID. But we've tried now to link, especially the young people, with social media. In the social media, like on WhatsApp groups, we formed those kind of groups, support groups. So the group that we were not able to put together are the older who have no phones, smartphones, because they're poor. So, but then we try follow them one by one. Yeah, but we try.
How do you determine the community needs and so that you know how to serve them? So you basically answered it saying you service everyone according to what their needs are.
So what is a typical a work day for you, Sister Rhoda? I mean, do you start early in the morning? Do you how long do you typically work?
We work for 8 hours. Our work day, like normal works in Kenya, start from 8 to 5.
Okay.
But then for the HIV clinic, we've tried to meet the unique needs of the patients, because we have those need to come early in the morning before they go to work.
Okay.
And so we started the early morning clinic.
Typically, work starts at 8, but for the students, they arrive in the school by 7, between 7 and 7:30, because the classes start by 8. And from 8, the students close around 3, but my office, we close by 5.
And you said you have ages 4 to 25. So is it like, how many classrooms do you have? Are there different classrooms? Is it by age? How are the kids?
Yeah, we have different classrooms, but it's very difficult to put them by age, because there are children who were not able to go to school. And when we find them out, sometimes they're about 10 years, but you have to put them in the class with those who are maybe 6 years or so, because that is their level.
What are some of your hobbies, your personal hobbies? What do you like to do outside of like living your mission? What do you like to do? What do you enjoy?
I love singing.
Oh.
Um,
Come on now.
No, I'm joking.
And so before COVID, I used to go out to our parish choir, to join them in practice of singing on Sundays. But now with COVID, we've been having mass in the house. I love also walking around. Yes, listening to music.
Yes, music.
Yes, yeah.
That's my hobby too, music. I love singing. I love composing and singing music. And then one that I enjoy very, very much, even with the COVID, is cooking. I love cooking. Different dishes.
Wow.
Different dishes, and I enjoy people eating my meals.
Yes, I love music and I love cooking also.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
That's one of the things that I love doing with the kids that I work with, is cooking when we get a chance.
Oh.
I love cooking, but I burn myself.
What's some of your favorite foods, Sister Bernadine? What do you like to cook? Do you have a favorite meal you like to prepare?
Yes, I love to prepare a rice. In our place, we eat rice, so I love to prepare different types of rice.
Okay.
Surprises, both continental, local.
Oh, that sounds good. Making me hungry.
Okay. That's so. What are some of the? Do you cook a lot of African dishes?
Yes, yes,
Because I know my
yes.
kids' grandfather is Ghanaian, and
Okay,
fufu and kanki
exactly.
and
And
things like that. So those are
yes,
some of the things that you cook.
yes, banku, fufu, kenke, TZ.
Okay.
Uh,
What are some of the things that you like to cook, Sister Rhoda?
um, I love the local vegetable. We have one that we call enderema. Um, it's very slimy.
Okay.
Slimy.
Yeah, and ugali. You know, we eat. It's one of our staple foods. Ugali. It comes from corn flour.
Okay, corn flour.
Thank you. It's been
I know
wonderful.
It's
it's
been wonderful talking with you ladies.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
for
Glad
what
to
It's
meet
been
you.
How long have you been with the daughters?
26 years.
6 years or 26?
20.
Oh, that's a long time. You work with any just children, or is everybody an adult and with the family, or?
Especially we work with the single mothers,
Okay.
and the single mothers, we give them training for 10-day training, consecutive 10 days, how to handle their business, how to handle the customers, how to save their money and times. Then after 10 days, we give them some seed money, some seed capital, so they can start their small business. In that business, for 3 years, we follow them, we support them, we give them training. The big group we help is young girls and young boys, those who could not join higher education, like because psychologically affected. It is very, anyhow, sometimes working with such kind of family, it is very painful. But with the spirit of Saint Louise and Vincent, they are helping us. They are really, even sometimes we lack funds to help them. We lack funds to support them. I don't know. I think the Louise's mission and the spirit, after praying, just the people who have seen our newsletter, our report, bypassing people, when they see the project, when they visit, we get funds.
And I can tell that you're rewarded just doing the helping of these families and these children. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
I am happy just to know you. When you were introducing, I heard something you are helping with the children. What is the most challenging in America this time, helping children?
I think the hardest thing in America right now is because of COVID. They've lost the interaction of emotional and mental connection, because they're missing that. They want to go to school. They want to be with their friends. They, not so, they do want to learn too. But when you're talking about kids, they're really missing the interaction with their friends and talking and speaking with their teachers and things of that nature. I think this has probably been one of the hardest things during the whole COVID here in the United States also. It's definitely, working here has definitely shown me service. This is the most service orientated and from the heart and passionate place I've ever worked.
Since it started, how many years this is now? And what is the most of the work you do? Top 3 work.
Our Marillac St. Vincent has been around for over 100 years. And in the organization, we have programs like I work with the teen parents. We also have a Hope Junior that works with the school-age children. We have programs that work with the seniors, helping them to get food and community resources that they need. We also have the preschool program that help the children start preparing for going into the elementary school.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. It's nice to
Yeah.
meet you, Irene and Angela.
Nice to meet you too, Georgia.
Located in Nairobi, which is the capital city of Kenya. And I'm in charge of the HIV Center, which is a hospital of like people living with HIV. We have almost 3,000 clients there. So that's where I am.
Explain to me a little bit about, Sister Angela, about what it is that you actually do.
Another name for Bossa is treasurer.
Okay.
I am the treasurer of the province, the Daughters of Charity province of Nigeria. So my duty is to take care of the property of the Daughters of Charity here in Nigeria.
How long have you been a daughter of charity, and how did you get into that type of work?
I've been a daughter of charity since 1998. I am a teacher by profession, but St. Vincent taught that no misery should be foreign to a daughter of charity. So no service is foreign. Though I was trained as a teacher, but it was required that I do the bursary work now. And I'm enjoying it, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability.
Thank
Sister
you.
Irene, how old were you when you began your journey? And how did your journey go?
Okay, I joined when I had done my first degree in social science. I was around 26 years old, 24 years old. Anyway, I'm 11 years vocation and I'm old as you can see.
No. Tell us a little bit about your family and your siblings, how your parents felt about you, deciding to become a daughter of charity.
Okay, I'm from a family of, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I'm the third born. And we believe the third borns are the stronghold of the family. My father died when I was still in high school. But my mother is really supportive. At first, she was resistant, telling me, why are you joining? And we've taken you to college. Why can't you get married? And, in the African culture, if you don't have children, some people don't respect you as a woman who has children.
At a very young age, at the age of 5, my uncle took me to live with him when he got married. I discussed with my uncle. I knew I loved to be a sister from the time I was 10 years old, because I saw a sister in my parish and she attracted me. And I said, oh, when I grow up, I would like to be like this sister. So I always looked forward to being a sister. But after my secondary school, when I told my uncle then that I wanted to be a sister, he didn't welcome the idea. I couldn't disobey. In Africa, parents have a lot of decisions to make for their children. So I obeyed. I felt that I should do what he wanted me to do until I became an adult. Then I could make my own decisions. So in the bid to find my heart's desire, I left home. I left home without telling my uncle because I felt I was not given the freedom to do what I wanted to do.
If you had a magic wand
Hello?
or a wish box where you could change the world for more peaceful relations, what would you do?
What is burning in my heart right now as a Nigerian is to end the killing, the bloodshed, the kidnap, and the hardship of the people of my country.
I would say that probably we agree with that too. Here in United States, sometimes things are not good as far as race relations. So I agree with you when you said that. Sister Irene, thank you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the people that you serve? I know you said you work with HIV patients.
So what my work is supervising the employee. We have 36, those are clinicians, doctors, and those work in a hospital. And we have over 3,000 patients coming there every day. It's a center that anybody can come in, and even the rich people find it a place of consolation and of peace. So just to make sure that everything there, all the services are done in a peaceful way, and nobody's oppressed. And the other question, like if I had that magic word, I'll just change this HIV thing. Because at the moment with the COVID, it's really making people suffer. As you know, in Kenya now, the hospitals are full or there are no beds. And our patients are sick. We've lost 2 last week because they didn't have a place to sleep in the hospitals. They were put in the corridors. So they were brought to a place and we couldn't do anything. It was late.
How do you deal with stress? What do you do you're smiling. What do you do to reduce your stress? So let's say if you have a day off or you have some time to yourself, what do you do to just be Angela and just be Irene? What do you do?
Maybe I'll start. For me to be Irene, I can say at the moment I'm really with no stress. I'm stressed because I'm also doing my master's in ethics studies. So like working and studying, it's not easy. But I release my stress by doing yoga.
I do some breathing exercises, the 3-7-8 breathing. I listen to good music, meditation. Whatever stresses me, I take it to prayer. I believe that God is there. So I leave it. I say, I know you can handle this, so I leave it for you.
Good. Let me just say first, I'm excited to see that we really do have sisters on the other side of the water that are part of the Daughters of Charity. That is very exciting for me. And Sister Irene, I do connect with you with the stress of getting that master's degree. I'm at the end of mine, so I understand that stress.
Hello, so we have Sister Bridget and Sister Susan.
It's an exciting kind of opportunity to have a chance to live this kind of life. I come from a family of 6 kids and 2 sisters and 4 brothers. I'm the youngest of all. So I grew up in the village and I'm very proud of that. And I had an ordinary life, just like another kid in the village. And yeah, I went to a day school, and then in high school, I went to boarding school, and then afterwards college, and then later I joined Daughters of Charity, and it has been an exciting time.
Okay, Sister, how long have you been a Daughter of Charity?
This is the 8th year.
You live in a community with other daughters, or?
Yes, yes. I live in a community here in Nairobi. Our community is called Chanzo, and I live with some of the sisters who are in these meetings.
I'm the firstborn in my family. I have 3 brothers, you are 4. I joined the community after undergoing training. I'm a teacher, a primary teacher here in Kenya. That is, there is no specialization in Kenya. You just check if it is, okay, when I was trained, you are specializing in all the subjects, and there were 13. And then later in the community, I went to do the early childhood education. Yeah, basically I teach from 3 years to 15 years.
I was just asking, how do you tell if you have truly helped the people that you serve?
By profession, I'm a nurse, and I'm working in this center whereby we take care of people living with HIV/AIDS. And basically that what it entails is making sure that they get their antiretroviral drugs and they adhere to them, because it's very important for their life.
Sister, do you find that to be very stressful?
Yes and no. Yes, because encountering people who are really very poor and they have very little to live on, and some they will come and tell you that they don't have food in the house, they don't have money to pay their rent, house rent, because they live in the accommodations where they're supposed to pay monthly bills. Maybe they have kids who need to go to school and maybe they don't have jobs. And when they come, they don't just come and post there and wait just to be treated and go home. Like they will always explain their situation. When somebody comes and you listen to them, their situation, you do some counseling and you give them ARVs, and maybe they were very sick or malnourished, and you try to journey with these people, and after some time you see really they're improving and they believe in themselves, even they are more confident and they feel like, yes, they can live this life. For me, that is a joy and it gives me great hope.
I'm working in the factory production unit to ensure that you get good sisters like Sister Susan. Yeah, that is the work I do, because our work is basically about relating with others. That is the work that I really do. And before coming, I've been working there since 2018. Before that, I was in the school setup, and my joy was seeing the children being in school, not missing their classes. And if in case there is some difficulty, I used to go visit their homes, because most of the problems starts from home. Now you have to go and sort out with the parents, talk with them to ensure the good welfare of the child. And if in case there is extra help that this child needs, maybe health-wise, because our setups, all our houses are in poor areas.
Did you ever find where like a child's living situation wasn't safe and they had to be like removed from the home?
Yes, several times. In fact, we worked in one place with Sister Susan. We've tried to rescue some children who have been abused. We don't have a rescue center, but you are linking up, collaborating with other rescue centers and the government so that these children can get safe environment. And before that too, if in case it is just abuse, we have corporal punishment sometimes. We go and talk with the parents so that they can see the need of dialogue, not of battering a child. we start there. But if it is maybe sexual abuse, the child is not safe in the home, we try to do our best so that we can link them up with the children's office so that they can step in, because we don't have enough facilities. Now it is our role to remind the government that this is their responsibility and you cannot take over what the government is doing. It is only kind of, we have to just to remind them to help them to do their own follow-up, and it is for our own benefit because they are the people in the community themselves, they are people in the office.
What led you to become a sister and specifically a daughter of charity?
That's a very nice question, really. As I was growing up, I always admired the sisters, you know, taking care of people and sharing the love and all that kind of thing. And inside my heart, I always told myself, I really love to do the same and to live that kind of life.
I used to hear that when I was small, I used to say that I want to be a sister, but anyway, I didn't know any community to join. Then in secondary school, I was admiring a community. Basically, later I discovered that I love the navy blue. I know you understand the Daughters of Charity put on navy blue. I was in love with the navy blue dressing. Anyway, then after finishing college, in fact, I wanted to join a community after my secondary schooling, but one of my aunties, a sister, but a Franciscan sister, told me, no, you have to go to college before joining any congregation. And then when I went back to my home, I found the Daughters of Charity there, but I'd also heard about them from one of my cousins. She was telling me, you have very good sisters here who visit people in their homes. I grew up in a shanty, in a slum area, and she didn't expect to see any sister because what I know and what she knew is that people are the ones to look for sisters in their own convent. But these ones are going to the grassroots, visiting the poor in the area. They don't mind how bad the place is, and they did not even have language. It was an Irish sister and a Nigerian sister. And she was telling me, you have to join those ones. Those ones are very good.
And I'm very happy to meet all of you. As I said in my small room, that you guys look like us. We look like Africans. And I'm very happy that you share our thoughts, you share our charism, and you are doing the work that Louise and Vincent did for the people of their time. So I'm very happy that those who are in need in the society, especially in the locations where you are, they will always find people to attend to their needs.
First, thank you, sisters, for being a part of this conversation. And it was awesome to see that you do, as Sister Angela said, look just like us. It was an awesome experience. The conversation was great. I just want to say, Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true. I'm glad to see that each of us has something to bring, and we are being true to ourselves while we're also being true to the mission.
For me, I'm feeling like I'm in a big community where, as you serve the poor people the other part of the world, we are also serving people, the poor people this other side.
We have been blessed, pressed, and spilling over with love today. I want to thank all of you, all of my sisters and my brother Kevin, for giving me the honor and the privilege to serve you. This has been a wonderful dialogue. I've called it Sister to Sister. And I hope that you will keep us in your prayers, your hearts, and your thoughts, as we will keep you.
Yes.
And now we are, for the rest of our lives, we're no longer strangers. We are sisters. So thank you so much. God bless you and have a safe and good day. Yeah.
Ni baraka kutoka kwa Mungu, kweli, kweli. Ni baraka kweli, ni baraka kutoka kwa Mungu, kweli, kweli. Ni baraka. God bless
My
you.
God, that's beautiful. Can you tell us what it says? Can you tell us
It
what
says it's a blessing from the Lord.
it's a blessing from the Lord? Thank you so much. God bless. Be well and be happy.